Good evening, everyone. He says he used his gun to make sure that driver did not get away until police arrived at the scene of a hit and run.
At this hour, the victim remains in serious condition and the driver is in jail. The crash was just before 8 last night at Atlantic and Southside Boulevards. According to police, the driver went about a quarter of a mile before realizing he had 2 flat tires. He then pulled into a nearby restaurant where the Good Samaritan caught up with him. The suspect, 26-year-old Tracy Isbell of Covington, Georgia, is charged with marijuana possession right now. But state troopers who were investigating the accident say more charges are pending. The victim is 30-year-old Joseph Bastian. He's seen here with his former boss, Congresswoman Corrine Brown. Channel 4's Jim Piggott spoke with a man who held Isbell for police, and he joins us now live. Jim?
Mary, Isbell's sitting right in here in the jail right now, partly because of the efforts of this one man and his gun who wanted to make sure he didn't get away. John Avery was with his kids today when he talked with us about why he held a man at gunpoint until police arrived.
I seen that he hit a pedestrian and felt that he was not going to stop, or he was trying to leave the scene, and felt that something needed to be done. If it was one of my children, I'd want something to be done.
Avery took off after this man, Tracy Isbell. Police say Isbell was driving this truck which hit 30-year-old Joseph Bastian, who was standing near Atlantic and Southside Boulevards last night. Police say Isbell didn't stop.
When we seen that he didn't stop, we followed him, me and the guy that works with me, and when he actually came to a stop, we asked him to get on the ground and waited for the police officer to get there.
Avery says he had a handgun and is allowed to carry it.
Yeah, I guess adrenaline kicks in and it takes over your body, or, you know, like they say, I didn't think about a whole bunch afterwards. When the police got there, I was very relieved and very nervous about the situation then. But when it happened, I was thinking about the gentleman that got hit and him being hurt, and we wanted to make sure that whoever hurt him was caught.
Police did arrive and arrested Isbell. He was in court this afternoon and is charged with possession of marijuana. Other charges are pending. Our crime expert, Ken Jefferson, says what Avery did is something we shouldn't do because it could have gone wrong.
There's always a possibility of the gun being taken away from you. If the person had made up in his mind that he wasn't going to be held there and he decided he wanted to take the gun away from this individual, now you've got another situation, a very dangerous situation that you've placed yourself in. So I would never, ever recommend that type of intervention.
As for Avery, he said he did what he felt he had to do. As for using a gun, he says it's important to have that right.
I will say that I think that if people do not have the rights to have guns, that something like this might not be able to happen, or something when you need protection and the police are not there, you might not be able to get it from somebody else.
You know, besides Avery, there were some other Good Samaritans as well. I talked to them. They were the ones that stayed with the victim in this case to make sure he was okay until the ambulance arrived. We're live downtown. Jim Piggott, Channel 4, the local station.